All the painting, trim in here, exit bathroom out. All the trim, we had to fix a bunch of drywall, mud work around the doors and stuff where they had been tied in. We had to fix this little section of the floor in here because nobody wanted to do that. Everybody just left them a big crater here, so we tied in as best we could. It doesn't look too bad, doesn't look great, but it doesn't look too awful bad. It's better than a big hole in the floor. The subfloor is under there. And we come in here and did a facelift on this. Took a deck out. The tub was up kind of high, so we took a deck out, put a new tub in. New wall panels. Did a bunch of drywall work in here. Not drywall work, but repair work, mud work and stuff. We skimmed out all those walls nice and flat. New shower stuff, diverter kit and whatnot, new toilet, new vanity, new mirror, new light fixture, 2 new recessed lights. We cut in a new fan, capped this light off. They had like bukus of light. There was a ceiling fan there before, but anyway, all the painting in there, all the trim. We put new baseboard in, new 3/4 round. I'd rather see shoe molding, but you know, it's what it is. So all the paint, doors, front and back of the doors, closet doors, made a little access for the shower stuff in there, paint all this room, all the trim work, everything like that. Painted this room, just a quick white coat. Didn't do anything else in here, rehung those doors. Amber came in here and banged these floors out, man, they look phenomenal. Put some Calshano, they look new. I mean, honest to God, this stuff is some good stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it is because, well, we just found it, and so it's ours now. So anyway, these doors right here, we took, when we first got here, we ripped the door out because we were going to do a sliding door right here. We were going to, we had just enough room to open this corner up and create a slot to fit into. And then some things happened. We had a cased opening done on this wall, and then later down the road we had to come back in, so I had to fabricate these doors. I mean, the doors were existing, everything else is fabricated. This is a piece of oak chair trim. What this is 7/16 plywood. This is some 3/4 round, and just made it up. So painting all this stuff, all these hallways, ceiling, we put all the recessed lights in. There was 38 recessed lights we changed out in here. Anyway, painting all these walls, and paint the closet door. It was brown. This is that ramp I messed with quite a few times. Had to tear it apart. It wasn't sturdy enough, so we had to tear it apart and restructure it, build it up, beef it up a little bit, and then we ended up coming back and doing the side, closing the side in because it was supposed to have a handrail and all kinds of other things, and things happened, and so not. But we had to come in and close it in, make it solid all the way down so the guys could put their carpet in. Somebody else did their kitchen stuff. Not, well, you know, I'm not going to say anything, but, you know, there's all kinds of stuff. There's just all kinds of stuff. Anyway, we put 2 new recessed lights up there. We changed out the devices here, put GFIs in the countertop, changed switches out. Relocated this light fixture from over here, repaired that area, and added this into this area. And we replaced this light fixture. We cut a new switch in here so that these 2 fixtures will operate independent of one another. Amber come in here and bang these steps out. They were all carpeted and glued and everything, and they looked horrible, and she did a fantastic job sanding them all out, getting a nice coat of poly on them, getting all the stuff done. We've done all the baseboard all throughout, all the way back. This little room in here, we didn't do anything at all in there, nothing at all. But new shoe molding, around 3/4 round, whatever you want to call it. steps were a benefit with the carpet, so I didn't have to trim around them. But all this stuff, painted this whole fireplace wall, the fireplace surround, the deck and everything. Again, on the baseboard all throughout, all this stuff. Painted this room in its entirety. Painted this whole room. Ceiling. Had to do a big patch job over here on this ceiling. They had a roof leak and they had had it patched once already and then it leaked again, so we had to come in and tear all that drywall out. We fixed all the drywall on the bottom of the windows and added the recessed lights in front of the fireplace. And that's it for in here. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot. I built this little shelf, this little cubby thing over here for just to close in a big hole. I used some door casing and some leftover parts of the baseboard. And in this hall, we took all the wallpaper off and I skimmed it all flat. Looks really nice. Recessed lights again, all the doors trimmed, everything. We had one little issue in here when the house, nobody was in here for a while, and they had an issue where the furnace didn't kick off and the house got to be about 115 degrees. So all the wood swelled up and cracked all the joints after it was all nicely painted and everything. So they opted, because they're selling the house, they opted just to leave it. And but anyway, we come in here and did a facelift in this bathroom. Another fan. Added this recessed light. We put a fixture in. There wasn't actually a light in here. We added one, and then we added another one over here. Put their mirror in. This is kind of hodgepodge. This is the old sink. They wanted to leave that and the faucet. And they had this mirror just hanging around. Since they were selling the house, they didn't want to. Anyway, put the mirror up. Did the floor in here. It's nice vinyl. Got my shoe print right there. Didn't do anything in the sauna. Just tile shower. Took out an old junky fiberglass thing that had been in there for probably 20 years and hadn't leaked a stitch, even though along the bottom of it there was just a piece of trim line that had all this hodgepodge caulk and silicone over caulk and caulk over silicone. It was nasty and it was cracked everywhere, but there wasn't a stitch of water. There wasn't a stitch of anything, rot or anything back there behind it. So we went ahead and did the shower. Took that thing out and just, built a shower for him. Here's that wall that I showed the video of a little while back. Just kind of, when I did all that mud work on it and ripped it up. So that's what it looks like now. Nice and pretty. Got some trim on there. But, I mean, this is just a facelift. We come in and the only thing that's really new in here is the shower. Like the drain, everything's the same. The diverter, the shower head, all that stuff is the same. But the shower pan's new, all of the tile work is new, the door is new. We just finished installing that. And anyway, did all the painting in here, painted in here, did the floor. Had to come up with something for the thresholds because we didn't have anything, so I just came up with some stuff for the thresholds. And same thing, I took some baseboard and ripped the top of it down, and I made that shoe molding for the baseboard. And we weren't supposed to do anything in here, but I told them we just throw a piece of floor down, then it turned into a couple other things, so this was all kind of like a freebie. And then all the painting in here, trim, ceiling, and we've done the ceilings throughout, and this is right at, it's knocking on the door 4,000 square feet, so it's a lot of work. Just the two of us that's done it all, and we've had to go back on things and redo a couple things. Change up a couple things, and because it's really old and you're working with a lot of old stuff, then you kind of just run into stuff that you're going to have to deal with. We had to repair cracks. They had a wall over here at one point in time before we arrived that had been taken out, and the same person did the drywall in there, and they had a crack here, and then they had a crack up there, and they had a crack right here, and there was another crack right here, and on this corner. We went in and fixed all of that. So just a lot of stuff. But anyway, it's beautiful, and this is the end of it. We're done today, last day, cleaning up everything, and we're all cleaned up. Just Got to clean up and load up, and then we're out of here. So, been fun. Long journey, but it's done now. See you later. Looks great.